Welcome to Call Zone 207. My name is Larry. Today I'll be doing a review of the ICECO VL45 12-volt refrigerator. Welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time here, take a look around. We got a bunch of videos, Jeep related stuff, some camping, product reviews, installs, things of that nature. So feel free to take a poke around and see anything you like. Give us a subscribe and a thumbs up. Appreciate it. Well, today again we'll be reviewing this ICECO VL45 refrigerator. Give her a shakedown run this past weekend. Did a 3-day trip up north, and the thing performed flawlessly. First impressions with this refrigerator, pretty positive. Did everything as advertised and pretty pleased so far. It's a pretty awesome little fridge. Did everything it was supposed to do and then some for the price. Can't beat it. The setup I have here is a little unique. I wanted to mount it on the left-hand side, but because of the depth, it was going to hit this tailgate humpy thing right here. So I opted for this side, and it actually worked out better. Got all the readouts here, the plug-ins, and it worked great. I'll do a quick review of this install, maybe later, or maybe another video. But yeah, the little fridge did an awesome job up north. Running on 12 volt the whole time. Running on this 12 volt constant accessory plug right here during the day as we're driving. And once we get all settled in, camp set up and stuff, I don't have a power pack or a second battery currently, but I had an old battery, marine battery I use for a 12 volt winch in my ceiling in my garage, and I kind of did a quick plug-in install on that and put that thing in here, and that thing worked great for 2 days straight in the evenings, and I got nothing to complain about that. This thing sips power. Pretty impressive. Really impressive actually, because that old battery, I think the date on that thing is 2005. That's a pretty old battery, but it held tough. Plugged it back in when I get back, and 6 hours later that thing was top right off. So it's either a really good battery and this thing just sips power. Pretty impressive. I had it set on the lowest battery protection, low voltage battery protection, because of that old battery. Wasn't really sure how it was going to perform. It worked great. The only issue I had was typical 12 volt, this spring loaded thing going down corrugated road. Yeah, it pops out. So I just had this elastic things I had kicking around, plugged it in, one of the hard top bolts, put it around that, held it in great. But the operation of the fridge, I mean, it's pretty basic, just refrigerator. But I was able to finally locate, after about a month and a half of waiting, this cover, insulated cover. Been waiting and waiting and waiting. Finally they came back into production, and pretty sure this makes this refrigerator optimal. Plenty of room, got the baskets again. Jam your food in there inside the house, bring her out, drop her in, and shut the lid, and you're ready to go. Fruits and butter and stuff up here, and all the other stuff down in here, and did a great job. Did everything it was supposed to do. Really happy with the purchase. Again, for the money, wow. I mean, it's got all the best components in it, as the earlier video showed, and it uses hardly any power, and I mean, really efficient, especially with this cover now, and keeping the windows cracked, keeping it cold. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. You see, that thing just barely fits in there. It just hits the back of the seat. This little buggy right here just misses this by probably 1/8 of an inch, so she's pretty tight, but Measure 117 times and cut once, and worked out pretty well. This piece of 5/8 plywood I put in here, just a piece of plywood, wrapped it with carpet, put some temporary D-ring lashing straps in here until I figure out what I want to do for shelving and storage and whatnot, but temporary works. No rattles, stuff stayed secure, kept gear away from the vents so the refrigerator could do its thing. A little tricky on utilizing the bolts, so these are the original D-rings from the Jeep. I just repurposed them here for now, and the 6 bolt holes I repurposed to hold this down from these D-rings. And on the passenger side, the rails, the right-hand rails for this thing lined right up. Well, not really. They're right on top of where those bolts go. Not in the same spots that these were pre-drilled for, and I didn't really want to bolt this to this to this, so I just, and I'll show a quick picture of that. I countersunk, or counterboard, the 3 bolts on that side to miss this underneath, and bolted these down, put a little thread lock in there to hold her in there, and she held up perfect that whole trip. Fridge is pretty quiet. Up in the tent, it was pretty quiet where we camped both nights, and other than a couple of bullfrogs, and could barely even hear that fridge come on. Of course, you can't hear it in the vehicle going down the road with radio going and wind blowing and whatnot, but the fridge is pretty quiet, pretty impressive. I was a little concerned that it might wake me up. I'm a pretty light sleeper, and no concern whatsoever, so pretty good stuff. Yeah, this fridge slide is from a company called DFG out of Florida, I believe. They didn't make a fridge slider for this particular model. It's not real popular, I guess. So I ordered one pretty close, their recommendations, and it didn't fit, a little small. So the tech guy got a hold of me and gave me a dimension, so I gave him some dimensions. Now, because of me, they make a fridge slider for the ICECO VL45. And there it is. And it works great. I like it, low profile. I wanted this surface here, where these straps attach, to be low enough to not interfere with these plugs and the fuses and whatnot. Worked great. Got the full extension block thing right there. You don't run a little hill, so you don't roll back in. Does everything it's supposed to do. Pretty happy. And it's actually pretty quiet going down the road. Here again, she's in there pretty snug. It just hits the back of the seats, so that kind of helps. But yeah, it works great. Performance-wise, this thing worked great. Got a temperature range and kicks on. You set it for a couple 3 degrees above your desired temperature. It kicks on, and this didn't run much. It run more sitting in traffic or sitting waiting at a toll gate or whatever, sitting in the sun because of the black top on the Jeep than anything. But it didn't run that much. And before I got the plug sorted out with the little stretchy thing, I had no idea how long the fridge didn't run, but kind of hard to say. Could have been a half hour, could have been an hour and a half. Plugged it back in, and it said 45 degrees, and I got it set at 41, so pretty impressed. There again, I think pretty sure this cover helps. Yeah, the capacity is plenty large enough for the 2 of us for a 3-day weekend and then some. We brought food home typically, but yeah, it's more than big enough for the 2 of us. I could foresee using this for a week, planning stuff out right. Put stuff in, water and stuff, put it in when you want it cold, and I think it's going to work out great for us, really do. And for the money I saved, I can buy more stuff. Matter of fact, I got a rack going in here, a steel rack. Just misses this, we'll be able to put some stuff up here and eventually put some shelving in here for the camp kitchen and put my cooker in there and stuff. And looking forward to that build soon. I'll have some links down below in the description for this fridge, this cover, this fridge slider, maybe some of the hardware that I used to put this in the back of the Jeep. Hope you get some useful information out of it. I think this is pretty highly recommended as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, you can buy fridges with more bells and whistles and gadgets, but this keeps your food and drinks cold. And that's why you buy a refrigerator. And it sips energy. big bonus. So if you like the video, give her a thumbs up. I appreciate you. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Video. Hope you got some information out of it. Jesus. Hope you come to Crawl Zone 207. My name's Larry. Today we'll be doing a review of the ICECO VL45 12-volt refrigerator. And crows.